What does it mean when you say God is love? See, often I ask people to define love. They'll say God. I think that's ridiculous. Because if you can't define love, that's a meaningless statement. It's like fill in factor X. I mean, like right here with all of you, there's probably 15, 18 different definitions of love right here. So we'd have 15, 18 different definitions of God, and probably 99% are all wrong. What do we mean when we say God is love? All right, how do you define love? Protect and provide. So therefore, God, in his very nature, protects and provides. He is love. You say, what? Now let me follow through on that. Every commandment in the scripture that appears to be negative, thou shalt not, etc., is positive. Say, come on. That's right. Every single commandment in the Bible that appears to be negative is positive. Say, how? Because it's an expression of love. Every time God says, thou shalt not, it's an act of love to what? To protect you and provide for you. Oh, let me tell y'all, when I realized that, my whole concept of God changed. The way I related to him, I looked at the commandments, everything. In Deuteronomy 10:13, God was trying to get his people to obey his commandments. Today they say, if you don't obey his commandments, it's going to send you to hell or God will punish you. You know what God said? Listen. And keep the Lord's commandments as a statute which I am commanding you today, get this, for your good. Why? Because they protect and provide. Every commandment, do you understand that? Every commandment is an expression of love to protect and provide. This is why in Jeremiah 29:11 he says, for I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for a welfare, not for calamity, to give you a future and a hope. And every commandment of God, thou shalt not, is to protect and provide for a future of hope. Whoa, that sure ought to change a lot of people's opinions of God. Okay, if we say God is love, then how does that apply? Protect and provide. With my son, I took him to 1 Corinthians 6:18, where it says this. It's different translation. I have it like flee sexual immorality or abstain from sexual immorality, for it's the one sin you commit against your body. You say, see, that's negative. No, that's positive. He said, wait, why? Because I want to protect and provide for you physically. Whoa, how does that work? How does that work? Protect and provide. Okay. Now notice he said, flee sexual immorality, sex before marriage. Why? Not because it's evil. Because it's out of God's will and it'll literally affect your very body, it says. For it's the one sin you commit against your body.
One of the reasons that I knew how much he loved me was that he was not going to have sex with me before we got married. And I thought, how awesome is that? Because here I am, this person that he's in love with, he's waited his whole life for. He knew that God gave me to him as a gift, as a partner in marriage. His attraction to me, his dedication to me, his love for me. If there's anybody in this world that he would want to be with, it would be me. Yet he chose to say no because he loved me. And he wanted to wait until we were married, until it was the right place and the right time. And to me, that was such an expression of love that it has carried into our marriage so much. And here we've been married 7 years already. And I know there's such a sense of trust and love and respect because of the way that he treated me before we were married, and he honored me, the way that he respected me and valued who I was as a person and who I was before God. He valued that to the point where he wanted to protect me from anything that would cause harm, anything that would cause guilt, anything that would cause negative consequences. He protected me from that so that when we got married, we weren't carrying this into our marriage. And I know that I can trust him now because I could trust him then. And it's a very beautiful thing. And love is, like I said, it's such an expression of selflessness and not selfishness. Meeting your immediate needs now is not an expression of love. True love will wait until you are married before God, when you can enjoy it to the absolute fullest, where it will be at its absolute best.